Warning, 30 Screams or Less may contain spoilers about movies that have recently been released. If you haven't seen the movie, go watch it, come back, and enjoy the show. Or, if you don't want to waste your time watching the movie and rather have two random horror dudes watch it for you, we got you covered as well. Welcome everyone to 30 Screams or Less, a horror movie podcast where we review horror movies in 30 minutes or less. Today's movie we're going to be reviewing is called They Will Kill You. It's directed by Kirill Sokolov, written by Kirill Sokolov and Alex Litvak, starring Zazie Beetz as Asia Reeves, and I think I'm pronouncing this right, Mila as Maria Reeves, Patricia Arquette as Lily Woodhouse, and Heather Graham as Sharon. The plot of the movie is Asia Reeves, an ex-con who takes a housekeeping job at a luxury high-rise while secretly searching for her missing sister. What seems like a fresh start quickly turns into a nightmare when Asia discovers the building's wealthy residents are part of a sinister cult tied to a string of disappearances. Trapped inside with nowhere to run, she's forced into a brutal fight for survival as she uncovers the truth, tries to save her sister, and escapes before she becomes the next victim. But first, Corey, true horror story. Looked in the mirror this morning, my beard an absolute nightmare. Dry, wild, looked like it clawed its way out of a crypt.
That's terrifying, man. Did you hit it with that beard octane?
Oh yeah, beard wash, conditioner, beard oil brought it back from the dead.
Fellas, don't let your beard turn into a creature feature. Keep it alive and kicking with Beard Octane.
And right now, hit beardoctane.com, use code 30screams10, get 10% off. Save some cash and save your beard from becoming a horror show.
Bad beard day? We've had plenty. Beard Octane's the fix. We swear by it.
It's here. It's terrifying. It's Texas Frightmare Weekend, May 22nd through 24th at the Irving Convention Center. Meet your favorite horror icons from Scream, Saw, Leprechaun, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Mimic, and more. Plus other events and horror merchandise. Don't miss out on the Southwest premier horror convention, Texas Frightmare Weekend, May 22nd through the 24th at the Irving Convention Center. Visit TexasFrightmareWeekend.com.
30 Screams or Less starts now. Corey, what did you think of They Will Kill You?
This was such a crazy mix of so many different films. I got John Wick, Kill Bill, The Shining, and It all at the same time. The tone was all over the place from start to finish in such a way that kept me entertained for every minute of that hour and 30-ish minutes. We got elements of action, horror, comedy, and they also left it wide open for a sequel, so I'm hoping that comes. Although I remember it flopping at the box office and having mixed reviews at the same time.
I don't get it. I fucking loved it. It was fun. It's why you go to the movies.
Yes, 100%.
It is just hitting every single thing that we like. You like horror? Cool. You like comedy? Cool. You like action? Here's a fucking ton of it. So, yeah, I was getting Kill Bill for sure. I got some Old Boy vibes as well, like with some of the fighting scenes. Like, yeah, with the revenge and everything. The fighting scenes in this movie were bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. And this girl was a total badass. And it's funny because I'm like watching this and I'm like, how the hell is any of this making any sense? But as I was asking the question, it was answering my question as I'm watching it. So I'm like, maybe I should just shut the hell up and watch this because it's answering all my questions.
Yeah.
Like for instance, I'm thinking to myself, how the hell did this girl get so like action packed, able to fight the way that she does? And then I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. And then the next line, like they go, how did you learn to do this stuff? In prison. Okay, that answers the question because you see her fighting a bunch of people in prison, like in a bathroom.
It was confusing to me too because like we open up the movie with Asia and Maria, you know, that shit they went through in the beginning of the movie,
right?
And then we fast forward 10 years later. But Zazie Beetz is like a 40-year-old woman and she's playing a teenager in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then again, we fast forward 10 years and she looks exactly the same.
No.
Meanwhile, her sister is a completely different actress at this point.
Well, it has to be because her sister was like an 8-year-old in the beginning. And then,
well, that's right. But they could have done the same thing with Asia's character. Maybe have someone else play her just at the beginning of the movie, right?
Yeah,
before
maybe.
we get that 10-year flash or flash forward. I'm honestly, that's probably my only complaint about this movie.
Yeah, I got a little confused by that as well at the beginning. And then they explained it because I was watching it. They were doing the whole scene with like Asia shoots her father because he's like an abusive father. And she actually ends up running off, leaving Maria with the father who didn't die, just got shot. And basically just left her high and dry. Speaking of dry, there's so much fucking rain in this movie.
Oh my God. I love that. So you get all those like really beautiful rain shots in the beginning of the movie. And I was getting Sin City vibes here.
Oh, yeah, man. One
Minus
of my favorites.
obviously the monochrome shit, right? But I
Yep.
was getting Sin City.
Yep, I could see that. Okay. So yeah, at the beginning, basically the way it's set up is Asia and Maria, they're running away. They're trying to get away from their abusive father. And the abusive father ends up finding them in a convenience store. They run off. Also, I don't know how she got a gun, but okay, so maybe
Movie
that's the
magic.
only thing that wasn't explained on how she got that. And
The shotgun?
no, the fucking hand cannon at the beginning. Where
Yeah.
she had this friggin' monstrosity of a handgun and shot her father as he was approaching her and Maria. So the way it starts off is Asia shoots the father, the cops show up, she runs off. And then next scene we see is her like rolling up to a door with a suitcase. It's raining again. And she's getting out of the rain, she's going in. Now, going into the building. Now, I'm like, did this just happen like within the span of like a few hours, a few months, years? I wasn't sure. And then I find out that she was in prison for a decade because she got caught finally. And I was like, okay, well, that answers my question. It was answering my questions, luckily.
So was she in prison for shooting her dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was in prison for that. So, I don't know, maybe attempted murder. But that's when she learned all of her fucking fighting techniques. And man, these fighting techniques were insane.
She learns all her fighting techniques from fighting her dad.
Yeah, dad and prison people, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because it starts with a bang, obviously, with the gunshot. But then every scene after that is just pure horror action. Oh, also, I was getting Die Hard vibes, with not having any shoes on and crawling through like a tight
broken
space.
glass and shit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, broken glass. She's like walking all over the place. This girl is an absolute machine of a person.
She's just John McClaning it.
Yeah, she's just John McClaning it the whole time. So she actually ends up getting this job. The way she got this job was she like took an ID from another girl and said, "Oh, I'm actually working tonight." And this woman, Lily, who's like the head person of this whole building, was like, "Oh, you sound a little different than you do on the phone." She's like, "Yeah, I was getting over a cold, whatever." And she goes in, shows her around, all that stuff. Things look a little weird, looks a little culty with everyone kind of all dressed the same, acting the same. It's just kind of weird. So she gets in her room, goes in the bed, and man, the fucking people that she sees, all these people wearing like pig masks and shit.
Oh, it was so cool. Like when you eventually get the big reveal of, because I thought she was hallucinating at first.
Yeah, I thought
And
that
all
too.
of a sudden you have these fucking people climbing through vents and appearing at like through, what did they have? Like a false wall behind the refrigerator.
Yeah, false wall behind the refrigerator.
But one of my favorite, like really set the tone here for me was that scene when she was in the shower and the title reveal.
Yeah, I thought
I
that
almost
was
jumped
really
through
cool.
a fucking ceiling, dude.
Yeah.
It was
That
such
was-
a cool touch for the listeners or watchers or whatever. Basically, she's taking a hot shower and the steam is building up on the mirror and it just reveals the title of the movie in the steam, like somebody's tracing it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought that was a cool touch.
No, I agree. I thought that was a really cool touch. So they could have just left it that way, but when she got out of the shower, obviously she wiped the mirror and it didn't say it, but that would have been cool if it was still there and it kind of hinted at like, okay, some fucked up shit's about to happen. But I think they just did it for title purposes, and that's fine. It looked great. I mean, we're raving about it. We love it. So, man, she ends up finished the shower, she decides to go to bed, and then we have this fucking guy with the pig mask, like coming
Bob.
into the room.
Bob gets his ass kicked the whole movie.
Oh my God. They all do because she's a fucking machine.
Right, but it's like I feel like Bob gets most of it.
Yeah. And when Corey says get his ass kicked the whole movie, there's a good reason for that. Is that she's fighting all these people in this room and she's cutting ankles off, shooting people, like just cutting heads off. She's going nuts. She's going straight Beatrice Kiddo in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I'm like, holy shit, this is crazy. It's off the wall. Horror, action, insanity. And she leaves the room. She's thinking they're all freaking dead. And she bumps into Lily and she's like, who the hell are you? And that's when she drops the bomb like, I'm Asia. I'm looking for my sister who was here last. And she's like, and Lily's like, do you know what this place is? I have special guests here. And all the people that she killed just come out and they're just, one of them's carrying his own head, just puts it back on. It just connects automatically. Turns out they're all fucking immortal.
Did you recognize who that was?
Heather Graham?
Not Heather Graham, the guy that got beheaded.
No. Who was it?
Tom Felton?
Tom Felton? That sounds way familiar.
Draco Malfoy?
Oh, shit. You're right. The second
I saw him, I was like, no fucking shit.
I didn't notice that because I'm not a Harry Potter person. I don't like...
Well, I'm
never done it for me.
Bye.
Deuces.
I quit the podcast
All
again.
Right, later. Damn, I had no idea. So, okay, so yeah, there's a lot of people in this movie.
He doesn't do a lot these days, but when I saw him pop up in this, I didn't realize it until he got his head chopped off.
Yeah. So, gets his head chopped off. He puts it back on. Another person got his foot cut off and his hand cut off in one shot, by the way, which was sick.
With the, she's got her weapons in the nightstand or the wardrobe thing, and she's just hiding in there with a giant machete. Oh man, when she gets it through her hand when she's behind the wall and just pulls it down.
Yep.
That scene reminded me of Scream 7. Obviously, this was done light years better than the bullshit that was in Scream 7, but the knife through the wall, that must be so fucking terrifying because you don't know where that knife's coming out. You can't duck and dodge it,
Nope. And that was brutal. You just see her she gets stabbed right here in between the the pinky finger and the ring finger, and just okay, fuck it, just fucking slides right down just to get out away from it. I'm like, oh man, brutal. And I want to go back and talk about these people being immortal because this is important because this scene where they're going through in between the walls and she's trying to get away and she's got this freaking 2-barrel shotgun and see you later Sharon's head.
Oh my God. Oh, and just then her everywhere when her head starts growing back.
What did that remind you of?
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, Beetlejuice immediately. It's friggin' hilarious because it was a small little head on a big body. And I'm like, wow, this is straight Beetlejuice right here. Oh, man, that was good.
I don't know what, she said a few words and she had that very, tiny voice.
Yep. And then obviously it eventually grows back because them being immortal, they could get limbs chopped off and basically be blown to smithereens. I mean, even when she got her head blown off by the shotgun, there was an eyeball left over. And
that thing rolling around in the vents.
Just rolling around in the vents, sending signals out to the body who's like, it's this way. And it's it's pointing another immortal person to the sex area. There was a whole sex floor. They're showing an orgy happening. I'm like, okay.
So you mentioned the eyeball. So you've got that eyeball rolling through those crawl spaces. So when Asia was basically running for her life or crawling for her life from Heather Graham's character.
Yep.
I love those camera angles because it reminded me of an old school 2D side scroller video game.
Yeah, I can see that.
So cool.
Man, this is great. And this is the first 20 something minutes into this movie. It is just nonstop chaos. And why this movie bombed in theaters is beyond me. You know what? No, I know why. Project Hail Mary. That was fucking destroying in theaters when this came out. And there was another animated movie that came out too. That was
Didn't Project Hail Mary come out last week?
No, it's been out for a little bit longer than that.
Oh, okay.
So it was competing with that, and that was the biggest drawing movie within the last few weeks. So it kind of got buried into third place. I mean, I still think that 18 million is pretty modest, but the budget was 20 million, so that's technically a bomb. It's got to make 50 million in order to be considered a hit. And sure, there's room for there being a sequel, but I don't think it's going to happen. If anything, maybe straight to Netflix or Prime or whatever. But
you know what it was? I just saw. I'm browsing IMDb now. It released at the same time as Ready or Not 2.
Oh yeah, so that's tough. That's real tough. Got buried. mean, you have like basically two horror movies. Actually, they're both horror action movies, right?
Yeah, but Ready or Not, like being a sequel, and the first one was very good.
Yeah.
I feel like it already had quite a following, which is probably explains why They Will Kill You came out on streaming pretty quickly.
Yeah. Did you even really see any marketing behind it?
I did, because I really like Zazie Beetz' work. Like, I've followed her since Atlanta. I don't know if you watched that. She was in Atlanta. She was in the second Deadpool movie, I think.
Yep, that I know.
Domino.
Yep, she was Domino in that. Was she in Bullet Train?
She may have been. Let me see.
I want to say yes.
And then I literally just saw her a couple of weeks ago. I watched Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
Yep, she was in Bullet Train, Joker.
Joker, yep.
Yep, she's been in a fair amount of movies. Oh, yeah, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die as well.
Have you seen that movie?
I love it.
Oh, it's so good.
That thing was flawless. That's a 6 out of 5. I fucking loved it. I loved it because Sam Rockwell is great. In everything he does, he's just fucking entertaining as hell.
So I'm not going to lie. I started watching that movie and I'm like, why does this guy look so familiar?
Yep.
I didn't know it was him at first.
Me neither. And then I started like recognizing the voice and the mannerisms. I'm like, that's Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
And I looked it up. I'm like, yep, that's Sam Rockwell. Holy shit. But it is just such a ridiculous time movie, like time travel movie. Mm-hmm. So it's not horror, but if you have the opportunity, good luck, have fun, don't die, watch it. It is great. I can't rave about that enough. That's probably like my favorite movie this year that I've seen. Other than this was great. I love this. This was hitting all my fancies, Corey.
Good Luck, Don't Die, or They Will Kill You?
They Will Kill You.
Okay. Yeah, no, I knew it. Like, we're both big fans of all the movies we mentioned that this reminded us of. And they just crammed into this, and somehow, like, it's got horror elements. Like, I'm like, is this going to be our podcast worthy, you know?
Yeah. So I'm watching it too. I'm like, ooh, I don't know. This is towing the line a little bit, but it has culty shit, right?
Yeah.
And like gore galore.
Dude, the blood budget on this movie must have been insane.
Yeah. Probably about as much as the rain budget.
That scene where you mentioned that Heather Graham, what the hell is her name?
Sharon.
When Sharon gets her head cut off.
Yeah.
But before that, Zazie Asia stabs her with a screwdriver like 90 times.
Oh, yeah. Just shanking her. Shanking her. And then like her head just blown to smithereens with the shotgun. And like pieces are on her. There's like brain matter everywhere. It's gory as anything. There's gore galore in this movie.
There's so much gore, and it really shines for me in that scene. So there were several scenes in this movie where Asia has a lighter, right?
Yep.
Makes appearance, like the lighter, you know, she just flicking it, whatever. I'm wondering if it's ever going to come into play.
Yep.
She lights her fucking axe on fire in one of the scenes.
Coolest scene in this whole fucking movie.
Yep.
Oh man.
She like wraps it in like a cloth, her axe head in like a cloth or something, and sets that shit on fire, and then just goes to town.
Yep. So this is where I was starting to get Old Boy vibes because it was like a side scroller.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like
weaving through the tables and.
Oh man. Yeah. It was wild. She's like jumping around. She's freaking swinging this thing. Problem is, everyone she's fighting is immortal. So, yeah, she's like, you know, lopping off limbs and just jamming his axes and heads and all that stuff, but they're coming back.
She's killing the same people over and over again.
Yeah, she just keeps killing the same exact people over and over and over. But it was such a cool scene because everyone's getting lit on fire and just hit with an axe. And this girl, I don't know how she's pulling this off, but she's got like these crazy skills. And okay, yes, you're in prison for 10 years, but are you fighting every single day in prison for 10 years? Because the only way I can think of where she's parkouring off a chair and having a table fly through the air only to cut it in half and just cut someone else in half behind it, like crazy. It's just action-packed, like beyond belief. I also love the score on that scene too. It just made so much sense.
Actually, yeah, you mentioned the score. Like I was a big fan of literally all of it, like the composed stuff, even the regular songs that they chose to play.
Yep.
It was just so perfect.
Yeah, it was perfect. I was kind of looking at the Rotten Tomato ratings and not great, but still like respectable. It's not a certified fresh, but it's at least like fresh. And then like the popcorn meter is like, it's not like spilled popcorn or anything like that. So it's like modest, but I feel like it should have been rated way higher.
I think a lot of it is fatigue too, because how many fucking John Wick movies have there been so far?
Oh, 5, I think.
Right? Exactly. So
Yeah.
I think when people see the trailer, I got vibes of John Wick the first time I saw the trailer with
Actually,
just obviously different people, right?
There's 4, but there's going to be
4?
a 5th. Yeah.
There's going to be a 5th for sure. And then there was a show, and then there was a spin-off.
Yeah. Like the
yeah,
ballerina
I just think it's a lot of fatigue, because you get the same thing going on with Marvel right now. People are tired of it.
Don't get me started on Marvel. Marvel is like, all right, like, you know, when you have ice cream and you want as much ice cream as humanly possible, and you have this carton, right? And you're scraping the sides and the bottom, and you're just trying to get whatever you can of ice cream. It's sweet, but it's like, it could be better.
They're milking it.
Yeah, milking it. They're really milking it. That's kind of what they're doing for Marvel now. They're really just like, okay, what can we throw out there that may stick? And that's like, nothing's really hit for me recently.
No, you're right, and I think that's a big reason why this particular movie that we're talking about suffered.
Yeah.
People are tired of this type of movie.
Okay, let me ask you this then, because we're going to talk non-horror for a second. Now, with Marvel, do you think Avengers Endgame was like the pinnacle, and then everything after that just like could not compare? It was like such a perfect movie that, okay, it doesn't need to go anywhere else after this?
Well, that and like half the fucking cast got snapped out of existence, and then they just came back.
Yeah.
And now everyone's getting spin-offs, and then of course we have Doomsday, which is going to be cool. But Robert Downey Jr. is back, even though Iron Man's dead. But Robert Downey Jr. is playing Dr. Doom.
Yeah, which is kind of weird to me, because you resonate so much with him being Iron Man. Now for him to switch to Dr. Doom, it's a little odd.
It's odd, but I guess there's actually an arc in one of the comics that I haven't read that actually happens, where
okay,
swap
so
bodies,
maybe I haven't read
essentially.
that arc, and that's on me. So if anyone knows Marvel better than I do and can explain that, I would love to hear it.
I know people that have seen pre-screenings say that it's like an Endgame level.
Endgame level. Who the fuck has seen these pre-screens? How can we get down on that? Actually, first of all, how can we get down on horror-based like screenings?
Apparently, we got to get to a point where people give a shit about us. So get used to mediocrity, pal.
That's my life.
Hey, for everyone listening, Steve just gave a thumbs up.
Yep, thumbs up. Okay, so we're going a little off topic here, but kind of makes sense with fatigue. I mean, sometimes there's action fatigue where you'll see those movies, like John Wick style movies, where you're like, okay, no one is like this insane. Like, it's hard to believe that someone can be that crazy. I kind of felt like that as well with this movie. Like, okay, I don't get how she's like this, but apparently prison changes you and makes you into a freaking like a ninja warrior, being able to just do the things that she was doing. And it was crazy, man. Like, what else do I want to talk about with this movie? I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah, we've kind of talked about a lot of the best parts.
Dude, there's so many good parts to this movie, though. It's not just okay, the axe on fire part is hands down my favorite of this whole movie.
Yeah, because she's literally walking around like with this axe that's on fire, just cutting people up.
Yep.
And you can see all these little fires around her of people that are just on fire, and she's navigating through these flaming bodies, and it's just chaos nonstop. And like you said, the side scroller like type action, it's insane. And I think a lot of this is the machetes.
Yep.
I don't know if you watch Welcome to Derry, but I get a lot of that from this.
I did not watch Welcome to Derry yet, because pretty much all my screen time is reserved for watching movies for the podcast.
I hear that.
Other than that, I'm doing everything else. So with this fire scene, like the reason why she lit the axe on fire, by the way, is because she was in a dark room and there was like a small little spotlight on her from like the window, but everything else was dark, and she was getting attacked by tons of people. And then finally she got kicked out of the room or whatever, and that's when she got this thing lit on fire. And then she goes back into the dark ass room. Now it's lit up like a candle, literally, because everyone's on fire. But great scene. The end of the movie is batshit crazy as well. It is straight Resident Evil vibes for me with the pig head.
So the second I saw that thing, the master, I did laugh out loud a little bit, because I was like, oh my God, the movie, like all the love I had for this movie up to this part is gone.
Really?
No, I thought it was going to be wicked corny, but it ended up being awesome. They made it work. The CGI looked really good. I mean, it's literally just a fucking pig head floating in the air.
Yeah. So it's a pig head floating in the air, or like it's on a stake at least. So it's not like it's hovering there. But the pig head is like a conduit for the demon. So it's like talking through that fucking decapitated pig.
So you know what I found out after I watched this? Because I was curious. The voice of the pig sounded very familiar to me.
Okay.
Did you know who it was?
No, I didn't.
It was James Remar.
Okay, so here's the funny thing. I was gonna make the joke, was it James Earl Jones? And then you're like, it was James. I'm like, oh my god, are you fucking gonna say it? I'm like, there's no way. Remar. Okay, James Remar from Dexter.
Yes.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Harry.
I didn't. Oh shit, man. I didn't pick up on that. Good find. I didn't even dive that deep into the IMDb on like. I think I only went like the first few names. Let me.
Yeah, I recognized it like the second I heard it. I was like, why does this sound so familiar? Yeah, I went straight to IMDb. There it was.
Yeah. Let me look at this cast again.
The guy that played the driver
right.
too.
The pig's head, James Remar. Yeah. No shit. Am I missing anyone else too? Is there like some rando in here that's like, oh, okay, I know them.
Well, we didn't talk about Heather Graham finally making a good fucking horror movie.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I noticed her right away too. I was like, oh shit. I hope this is good because
I know we have PTSD from Suitable Flesh.
Oh no, we won't talk about that. Like
Joe Lynch is gonna come after us again.
No, we don't post on Twitter anymore. He scared us off Twitter.
He's gonna hear about
or
that.
X. No, we just it's a pain in the ass to share to Twitter X along with everything else, and we don't have a lot of followers in there. Hey, if you want to follow us on there, then we'll start posting. But right now, it can fuck off. So
yeah,
whatever. But
when
I saw her, I'm like, oh, I have high hopes. I really hope this is gonna be better than Suitable Flesh because it was. Yeah, that's what I think about Suitable Flesh. I think it even mentioned. I think she even said like in the movie, "This flesh is suitable." I'm like, no, it's cringy. I hate that. I hate. It's like a bad dad joke. You're like, oh come on, okay, that's it. That's enough. But no, she was great in this. Kind of like a side character though, not really like a main character. But she was great. She was perfect in this. Everyone I thought did amazing in this movie. Strong performances, great action, awesome gore. The pig head fight scene was insane because it's like growing tentacles out of this fucking head and just like going into Lily and just morphing her into like this fucking thing. And then it's ridiculous.
And then Lily was wearing a pig head fighting Asia.
Yeah, it's bonkers. Absolutely bonkers.
It was like that was like a fight scene straight out of the Matrix.
Yeah, straight out of the Matrix. I thought straight out of Resident Evil because you like at Resident Evil, you'll see them fucking pump themselves with the T virus or some shit, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're just like morphing into like this fucking weird thing, and you see her just like putting this pig head on, and she's like fucking morphing into like half pig, half fucking person, basically. Crazy scene, but I like how. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to give that away. I'm just going to say the fight scene was great. I don't want to give away the little bit of a twist at the end there.
Yes, keep it a secret.
I'm going to keep that a secret. But that was a great scene. Overall, great movie. Fun movie. It's a movie that, if this was still in theaters, I would want to go to the theaters to see it.
Yeah. I don't know. Knowing our area, though, it wasn't even in theaters around here.
Probably wasn't. It was probably like in a couple screens, and then we miss out, and now we're watching on like VOD or some shit.
Yeah.
But hey, it happens. Some of these movies, they fly under the radar. I mean, The Menu, for instance. You missed out on that one.
So I was going to say this watching this movie reminded me of The Menu simply because I knew we were both going to rant about it for, we've been ranting about The Menu for 3 years now.
Yeah.
I feel like it comes up pretty frequently still.
It's a perfect movie.
Right? This is going to be right there with us. In fact, I'm going to have to see if the vinyl came out, like if they did a vinyl for it.
Oh, a new vinyl? Because I remember there being a vinyl. Oh, wait, for this?
Yeah, because I have The Menu.
Okay, yeah, The Menu one is sick. I didn't get it, though, but I saw what it looked like. That thing was wild. I mean, I was lucky enough to see The Menu in theaters just by chance.
It is. Waxworks did it. Of course.
All right. So, like, when I saw The Menu in theaters, I went in, didn't see a trailer, nothing. Went in, my girlfriend at the time was like, I like this actress. Let's go to the movies. I'm like, okay, sure. I got Movie Pass. Why not? And that's when I was like, fuck, what a pick. Oh my God. And here we are 3 years later, still ranting about that movie. But this could be another movie that we're ranting about for a few years. Is it as smart as The Menu? No. But is it as entertaining as anything that you'll remember it? Yes. Yes. This is a movie that I'll probably, like, if I'm talking to anyone, they go, what's a good movie you've seen recently? I would say, well, They Will Kill You. Check it out.
And you could say, like what we talked about towards the beginning of the podcast, all the movies that it reminds us of.
Yeah. When you're starting to like rifle off all those movie names, now you're connecting the dots for people. Now they're like, okay, well, I'm going to definitely expect some action, some like a little bit of horror, like, good time. So I think people are going to be pleased with it if we're recommending it. And that's basically what we're doing this whole fucking time, is recommending this movie. And it's funny, Corey, because we've talked about this last week, that we'll fucking go on these rants about some movies. Like, we'll go on these sidebar rants. We'll love the movie, but we'll just talk about all sorts of different other shit. This is even one of those instances where we're actually dedicating a lot of time to talking about this particular movie. And we love it.
I don't get it. It doesn't make sense because we liked last week too.
Yeah.
And we talked about Benoit balls.
Yeah. That was a fucking bonkers conversation.
Actually, it was like, I told you, I listened to the episode because I just wanted to check it out because that part's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I think I rewound that part 3 times just to hear you talk about Benoit balls.
Fucking crazy. And and then I took a photo and sent it to you that I have one of those balls. Like, I can't find my other one, so I just have one that I could just twirl in my hands.
I already know what your Christmas gift's going to be this year.
Don't get me the Benoit balls. Get me the regular one.
Nope.
No. You're going to be like, here, Steve, I got you a present, and it's fucking anal beads or some shit.
You're getting Benoit balls and anal beads for Christmas.
Great. I love that. Fucking A.
I heard you were a big fan.
Not for me. Not my thing. Someone's thing, not my thing.
I regift them. Put them in the family Yankee swap.
Yikes. Secret Santa. Hey, I got you something. What is this? It's a back massager.
Make them greasy, too, before you give them away.
Oh, why does this back massager come with lube? Don't worry about it.
Just give them a bottle of KY as like a bonus present.
Yeah, exactly.
Put it in their stocking.
Can't go in dry. Anyways, Corey, I think we should just get into it. I think we should go with the final reviews here. Corey, what do you give They Will Kill You? I think I pretty much already know, but just what do you give it?
This is a 0 out of 5.
Perfect. I figured it would be.
No, 5 out of 5. Easy.
Yep.
This is one of those movies where you fully expect it to fall apart at any second. And it just refuses to. It's completely over the top with the gore, but in a way that actually works because the practical effects are legit and not just thrown together.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, the cinematography shows up looking like it belongs in a way more serious movie, which honestly makes the whole thing even better. It's all gas. It's no breaks from the very beginning. No slow build, no downtime, just constant chaos. And somehow you never get burnt out from it. It kept waiting for that moment where it would lose me, and it just never happened.
It never stopped. I was hooked, and I was having a hard time taking notes on this thing.
Yeah.
Because
I just wanted to rant about the cameras and shit, like the angles and the music, like whatever, keep going.
Yeah. So this guy, like this director, like what else did he direct?
I think this is his directorial debut.
No, it's not.
Looked.
No. Okay.
He did, or his first feature length. I don't know. He's got some other stuff that he's credited for, but nothing that I've ever heard of.
Yeah, I've never heard of any of these. But also, I didn't know about They Will Kill You, apparently. Well, I've heard about it. I saw some marketing behind it, but not enough to, like, really pull me in. Yeah, I don't know any of these. That doesn't deserve a 6.5 on IMDb. That's bullshit.
I don't know, man. But, like, let's just call this his, like, first feature film. Right out of the park.
Right out of the park. Nailed it. Okay. So, yeah, he's got others, but I haven't really checked them out. No, okay, I see why. Yeah, the first 3 that person, director, directed was short
YouTube
films.
shorts?
4 of them that they directed was short films. So, like, Cepheus is Happy, Could Be Worse, The Outcome, The Flame, those are all short films. So this is Kirill's 3rd full-length movie. Yeah, 3rd full-length movie. And it looks like the others are non-American movies. I don't know, like No Looking Back, for instance, looks like it's maybe Russian. Kirill. I mean, that sounds right. That sounds like a Russian movie. I don't know. I have to look into it. We'll look into it after. Anyways, so great outing in this movie. I loved it. I'm going to go into my review now. Easy 5 out of 5. This was a fun and entertaining as hell watch. I know it seems like we're throwing out 5 out of 5s all over the place, but we've been watching some really good movies, and this is definitely one of them. The gore was great, had an original feeling storyline, and the score used on scenes, especially the axe scene, was perfect. I was definitely getting Kill Bill, Old Boy vibes, especially Beetlejuice in that one scene, so it was hitting a lot of like fancies. Another reason why I loved it was culty shit, because we all know that I love cult type elements in movies and video games and things like that. I just find it fascinating. What's unfortunate is this movie bombed in theaters. I read the budget was around 20 million and it only made about 18 million worldwide. I'm hoping that streaming numbers will help boost it, because this is definitely a movie to see. If you want to watch They Will Kill You, you can watch it now on VOD. All right, everyone, help out our algorithm by liking, following, and subscribing to us on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, and Slasher. Yes, all of them. No, we're not sorry.
Leave us a 5-star review on every podcast platform you use so strangers can also regret listening to us. Tell your friends too, because misery loves company.
Our intro and outro music is courtesy of Andrew Scott Bell. Go listen to him on all major streaming platforms. And if you see Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey on vinyl in the wild, be sure to buy it immediately like a responsible adult.
We're part of the Shining Wizards Network. Wrestling, heavy metal, horror, basically everything your parents warned you about. Go check them out at shiningwizardsnetwork.com.
Visit 30screamsorless.com to buy some merch.
Want us to review something? Contact us through our website or scream into the void on social media. Same difference.
Also, freshen up your face with Beard Octane and save some money while you're at it. Be sure to use the code 30screams10 at checkout to save 10% off your order, because your beard deserves better than neglect and regret. Smell good, look alive, and scare people for the right reasons. I'm Steve.
And I'm Corey.
And thanks for listening to 30 Screams or Less, and don't forget to drink your beans.